Have you ever wondered if the universe is trying to tell us something? If the stars themselves are sending messages that humanity has long forgotten how to read? Today, what I'm about to share may challenge everything you think you know about our place in the cosmos. An ancient Hopi prophecy, passed down for generations, speaks of a blue star Kachina, a mysterious heavenly messenger that appears before a period known as the Great Purification. The prophecy is not just a story. It is a warning, a cosmic alert etched in the wisdom of a people who have watched the skies for centuries. And now, all signs point to a moment none of us could ignore. Because something extraordinary is heading toward Earth. Something that could fulfill this very prophecy. Comet 3I Atlas, a celestial traveler from the far reaches of our solar system, is racing closer to our planet, and experts are beginning to notice that this is no ordinary comet. NASA has reported unusual activity around 3I Atlas movements, brightness fluctuations, and trajectories that defy simple explanation. But it is not just scientists who are watching. Mystics, spiritual visionaries, and even people who claim to communicate with the unseen, all suggest that October 29, 2025, is not just another date on a calendar. It is a potential turning point, a cosmic visitation, an event that may change the very way we understand reality. Let's pause here and imagine the implications. The Hopi prophecy tells us that the blue star Kachina comes as a sign of purification, a reckoning, a shaking of the very foundations of our world. Could a comet, a messenger from the stars, actually be the fulfillment of that warning? And if so, why now? Why 2025? There are layers to this puzzle, pieces scattered across time, hidden in ancient texts, and whispered through visions that span centuries. The comet itself, 3I Atlas, has already made history as one of the most unusual interstellar objects ever recorded. Its trajectory is different from anything we have seen. Its velocity, its composition, the way it interacts with solar winds, it all hints at something beyond ordinary science. But the real mystery begins when we combine this scientific anomaly with the ancient prophecy. The Hopi described the blue star Kachina as a harbinger, a signal that the world must prepare for purification. In their vision, it is a cosmic visitor that heralds a cleansing, a period where truths hidden from humanity are revealed, and illusions are stripped away. And now, for the first time in history, the threads of this prophecy, modern astronomy, and reports of unusual phenomena appear to converge. People around the world are noticing strange lights in the sky, inexplicable atmospheric disturbances, and, in some accounts, even sightings that suggest something or someone is following the comet. We are standing at a crossroads where science and ancient wisdom meet, and the line between reality and mystery is thinner than ever, because there are more layers to this than what NASA reports. There are accounts from mystics who claim they have been receiving visions of a presence arriving on Earth, a presence that coincides with the approach of 3I Atlas. These visions describe an energy, a force, that is not merely a natural object like a comet, but a messenger, an intelligence, perhaps even alien in origin. And here is where it becomes even more fascinating. The visions align almost uncannily with the Hopi warnings about the blue star Kachina. Could this mean that we are on the verge of witnessing not just a celestial event, but an actual interaction between humanity and forces that have watched us from the stars for millennia? Pause and think about that. Humanity has always looked up at the night sky and wondered about its significance. But rarely have we been told that the heavens themselves might intervene, that an object from the depths of space could carry a message or a warning with consequences that reach far beyond mere curiosity. The Hopi prophecy emphasizes that the blue star Kachina is not just a passive symbol, it is an active participant in the purification process. This is where the comet, the visions, and the prophecies intersect. Could 3I Atlas be the very manifestation of that messenger? And if so, what is it purifying? Are we looking at the cleansing of the earth, of humanity, or perhaps both? The timing is, in itself, uncanny. October 29, 2025, is fast approaching, and astronomers and mystics alike are pointing to this date as a potential convergence point, a moment when what has long been hidden could reveal itself. Some believe that this is when humanity may finally glimpse the truth about extraterrestrial life, about cosmic cycles that we barely understand, and about forces that have influenced our evolution and history in ways that are invisible yet profound. Others suggest a darker interpretation, that the comet's approach could trigger a series of events that challenge our very survival, a test of our preparedness as a species. It is impossible to ignore the chilling parallels with other ancient prophecies as well. Around the world, indigenous cultures, seers, and mystics have all told stories of celestial visitors heralding great change, some speaking of purification, others warning of chaos. The Hopi prophecy is the clearest, perhaps, because it is so specific about the blue star Kachina. But when we look at similar warnings from other traditions, the pattern is startling. Across continents and centuries, there seems to be a recurring message. The stars, the heavens, and those who dwell beyond them are not silent observers. They are active participants in a cosmic narrative that is reaching its climax. And yet, for all the predictions, the comets, the visions, and the warnings, humanity remains largely unaware. Most of us go about our daily lives, looking down at our devices, immersed in a reality that feels safe, predictable, and permanent. But the universe does not operate according to our sense of comfort. The approach of 3i Atlas reminds us that the cosmos is vast, unpredictable, and often profoundly intelligent in ways we cannot yet comprehend. Mystics describe a growing energy around the comet, an aura that interacts with the Earth's electromagnetic fields, altering weather patterns, triggering seismic activity, and even influencing human consciousness. Could this be the unseen hand of the blue star Kachina at work, setting the stage for a moment that will shake humanity to its core? Now, let's take a moment to examine the comet itself. 3i Atlas is not just traveling through space, it is a messenger in motion. Its interstellar origin suggests it has come from beyond our solar system, carrying with it elements, energies, and perhaps intelligence entirely foreign to Earth. NASA has recorded anomalies that cannot yet be explained, sudden flares of brightness, shifts in trajectory, and even emissions that hint at complex organic compounds. For centuries, humanity has speculated about the arrival of objects from beyond our solar system, but rarely has one presented such a combination of mystery and potential significance. Could this be the cosmic sign the Hopi warned about? Mystics claim that on the 29th of October, the energies around the comet will reach a peak, creating a cosmic alignment unlike any witnessed in human history. Some describe a veil thinning between dimensions, a moment when the spiritual and physical planes intersect. This could be the point when humanity finally comes face to face with truths that have been kept hidden, whether by time, circumstance, or forces beyond our understanding. And the warnings are not subtle. Many believe that this event will act as a catalyst, revealing the presence of alien intelligence, hidden knowledge, and perhaps even a roadmap for our evolution as a species. Consider the implications of that for a moment. If the Hopi prophecy is accurate, if 3i Atlas is indeed the blue star Kachina, then what we are about to witness is not a simple astronomical event, it is a cosmic reckoning. It is a test of humanity's ability to recognize and respond to forces that are far larger than ourselves. The idea of alien intelligence arriving is not science fiction, it is a natural extension of the prophecy's warning. The universe, as the Hopi saw it, is alive, conscious, and capable of sending messages that transcend words, signals, or conventional understanding. And now, the cosmos may be speaking to us in a language we can barely comprehend. But the prophecy also carries hope. The Great Purification is not merely a time of destruction. It is a moment of revelation, transformation, and renewal. The blue star Kachina is described as a guide, a beacon, a force that illuminates the path forward even as it shakes the foundations of the world. The comet's approach, the visions, and the potential arrival of extraterrestrial presence are all parts of a larger narrative, one that challenges humanity to awaken, to recognize the hidden structures of reality, and to evolve beyond the limitations of fear and ignorance. Humanity has always feared the unknown, yet the unknown is where truth often resides. October 29, 2025, may represent a threshold, a point where the veil between what we know and what we do not know becomes thin enough that the extraordinary can no longer be denied. Those who have studied the Hopi prophecies suggest that the blue star Kachina will not simply appear as a spectacle in the sky. It will interact with human consciousness, prompting revelations, visions, and perhaps even direct contact. If this is the moment the mystics have been warning about, then what we are witnessing is the final cipher of humanity's current chapter before the awakening begins. And yet, questions abound. What does this awakening look like? Will it be gradual, subtle, and internal, or sudden, overwhelming, and global? Will humanity embrace the truths revealed, or will fear and skepticism dominate our response? The Hopi prophecy suggests that preparation is crucial, that recognition of the signs, openness to change, and spiritual readiness are the keys to navigating the great purification. And as the comet draws nearer, these questions are no longer theoretical, they are urgent, immediate, and pressing. We must also consider the possibility that this event is not singular, but part of a larger cosmic pattern. Throughout history, civilizations have recorded celestial events that coincide with periods of upheaval, transformation, and revelation. Comets, meteors, and celestial alignments have often preceded societal change, shifts in consciousness, and, sometimes, catastrophic events. The difference now is that we are aware, and we have the ability to observe, measure, and interpret with unprecedented precision. Yet the deeper, mystical elements, the visions, the prophecies, the subtle energies surrounding the comet remain largely inaccessible to conventional science. It is in this intersection of knowledge and mystery that the true power of the event lies. As the world watches and waits, there are already signs that something is stirring. Reports of strange lights, unexplained phenomena, and atmospheric anomalies are increasing. People across the globe are noticing changes in behavior, emotions, and intuition that seem linked to the approaching comet. Some describe vivid dreams, sudden insights, and feelings of connection to something far larger than themselves. Could this be the subtle influence of the blue star Kachina, preparing humanity for what is to come? And if so, what does it mean for those who are ready to see and those who are not? One thing is clear: history will remember this moment. Whether we interpret it as the arrival of a cosmic messenger, an extraterrestrial visitation, or a symbolic fulfillment of ancient prophecy, the significance is undeniable. The convergence of 3I Atlas, the Hopi blue star Kachina, and October 29, 2025, forms a nexus of potential events that could alter the course of human history. It is a moment that demands our attention, our reflection, and our openness to what lies beyond the familiar. The Hopi elders warned that the blue star Kachina would not appear to terrify, but to awaken. This is a critical distinction. Fear alone cannot guide us through the great purification. Only awareness, understanding, and unity can. The comet, the prophecies, and the visions are all part of a signal, a call to recognize that humanity is part of a much larger cosmic story, one in which our actions, choices, and consciousness have consequences far beyond the Earth itself. Now, imagine for a moment the night sky on October 29th. The comet, glowing with an ethereal blue light, streaks across the heavens. The energy it radiates interacts with the Earth, subtly altering the magnetic fields, the atmosphere, and perhaps even the consciousness of those who are attuned. Around the world, people pause, sensing that something extraordinary is unfolding. Those who have prepared, spiritually and mentally, may experience visions, insights, or even contact that changes the trajectory of their lives. Those who are unprepared may feel a profound disturbance, a shaking of their understanding of reality. And yet, this is only the beginning. The blue star Kachina is a harbinger, a first signal. The prophecy warns that the purification that follows is not a single moment, but a process, one that challenges humanity to rise above fear, ignorance, and division. The comet's arrival, the potential visitation, and the energies associated with it may act as a catalyst, initiating changes that ripple through society, science, and consciousness. Pause and consider this. The Hopi prophecy does not speak in terms of dates alone. but of cycles, energies, and awakenings. 3I Atlas, as an interstellar object, represents a connection to forces and knowledge that humanity has long forgotten or ignored. Its approach is not merely physical, it is symbolic, spiritual, and transformative. The alignment of prophecy, science, and mystical vision is rare, and when it occurs, it is rarely coincidental. As the final days before October 29th draw near, the world will be watching and feeling the pull of something greater than ourselves. Whether 3I Atlas is a celestial messenger, an alien harbinger, or the fulfillment of ancient prophecy, the message is clear: humanity is being called to awaken. The veil between the known and unknown is thinning, and the choice is ours. Will we embrace the truth, prepare our minds and hearts, and recognize the signs? Or will we remain blind to the cosmic forces at play, risking the consequences of ignorance? This is the moment where prophecy, science, and mystery converge. The blue star Kachina, the comet 3I Atlas, and the energy of October 29th are not separate threads, they are interwoven into a single tapestry, one that may reveal the destiny of our species. The Hopi elders urged vigilance, awareness, and spiritual readiness. They understood that cosmic events carry meaning far beyond their physical presence. And now, for the first time in recorded history, humanity stands at the threshold of that realization. We are being given an opportunity, a glimpse into the larger cosmic order, a chance to awaken to truths that have long been hidden. And as the comet draws near, the signs become impossible to ignore. The energy, the visions, the prophecies, they all point to one conclusion: something extraordinary is about to unfold, and humanity must be ready. As the approach of 3I Atlas accelerates, more reports emerge from around the globe, witnesses describing streaks of unexplainable light, strange flares in the sky, and even accounts of hovering objects that defy conventional understanding. Scientists scramble to analyze the data, yet each observation seems to deepen the mystery rather than solve it. Some astronomers speak of unprecedented radiation bursts surrounding the comet, energy patterns that suggest intelligence, or at the very least, a complexity far beyond anything naturally occurring. Could it be that the comet itself is a vessel, a beacon, or even a signal sent deliberately, carrying a message encoded in light and motion for those who know how to perceive it? For centuries, humanity has interpreted celestial events as omen signs from forces beyond our comprehension. The Hopi, in particular, had a profound understanding of the skies. They did not see comets, meteors, or stars as random objects. They saw them as messengers. The blue star Kachina, in Hopi prophecy, is not merely a cosmic visitor. It is an active participant in the shaping of destiny. Its arrival heralds purification. But purification is more than a warning of disaster. It is a call for transformation. The comet, the visions, and even the subtle shifts in energy around Earth now suggest that this is no ordinary cycle. Something significant, something that could awaken humanity in ways we are only beginning to fathom, is unfolding. Those who are attuned to spiritual energy report an almost palpable tension in the atmosphere. Unexplained electrical anomalies, shifts in human intuition, and an increased awareness of interconnectedness all point toward a profound change. Mystic accounts describe a blue light surrounding the comet, extending into the sky like a veil, a sign that the blue star Kachina is not only approaching Earth physically, but also interacting with our consciousness. Could it be that we are on the threshold of a new chapter, one that bridges science, prophecy, and the mysteries of the universe? And yet, this cosmic visitation comes with a choice, a crossroads for humanity. The Hopi warned that recognition is everything. Those who see, perceive, and understand will be guided through the purification. Those who ignore, deny, or ridicule the signs may find themselves unprepared for the profound shifts that follow. In many ways, this is not just a prophecy. It is a test, a measure of collective consciousness, and a reflection of how ready we are to evolve. The comet is a mirror, a celestial checkpoint, asking, are we ready to face the truths of our universe and of ourselves? As October 29th approaches, the tension intensifies. Governments and space agencies prepare for observation, but there is an air of uncertainty that cannot be quantified. Scientists speak cautiously about the comet's unusual behavior, while spiritual leaders and mystics speak of a presence and intelligence that is far beyond anything we have yet understood. Could this be the moment when the Hopi blue star Kachina reveals itself in a way humanity can witness? And if it does, will it be visible as a comet streaking across the sky, a radiant energy form, or even something more profound, an interaction that challenges the very boundaries of perception and reality? Some have begun connecting dots that others dismiss. Reports of subtle disruptions in communication systems, sudden weather anomalies, and unexplainable electromagnetic fluctuations all coincide with the comet's approach. Could these be the first signs of a cosmic influence, the gentle touch of an intelligence reaching toward our planet? Hopi prophecy emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things, suggesting that purification affects not only the Earth but human consciousness as well. The comet may be more than a physical object. It may be a catalyst, triggering awakening, understanding, and perhaps even contact with entities that have long observed humanity from afar. Yet, even as anticipation grows, there is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of forces beyond our control. And this is precisely what the prophecy warns about. The purification process is not simply about witnessing wonders. It is about confronting ourselves, confronting the illusions, the hidden truths, and the unexamined parts of humanity. The blue star Kachina, the Comet 3I Atlas, and the events surrounding October 29th form a challenge, asking humanity to step beyond comfort and denial, to recognize the cosmos as a living, interactive force, and to awaken to truths we have long ignored. Visionaries speak of this moment as a threshold, a turning point where the familiar boundaries of time, space, and perception may shift. Some describe waves of energy emanating from the comet, interacting with the human mind in ways that are subtle but profound. Dreams become vivid, intuition sharpens, and an overwhelming sense of connection with the universe emerges. Others warn of disorientation, anxiety, and a confrontation with truths that challenge deeply held beliefs. The Hopi prophecy frames this not as punishment, but as guidance, a preparation for the era that follows purification. And what of the potential for extraterrestrial presence? Mystics and some researchers suggest that the comet may carry entities or intelligence, observing, testing, and interacting with Earth as part of a cosmic protocol. The Hopi never describe the blue star Kachina as a threat in itself. Rather, it is a messenger, a teacher, a force that nudges humanity toward awareness. Could this mean that the comet is a medium, carrying a consciousness that seeks to communicate with our world, to deliver the final cipher of understanding before the Great Awakening begins? The alignment of prophecy, astronomy, and human observation is unprecedented. Throughout history, humanity has struggled to interpret celestial signals, often missing the meaning until long after the events have passed. Now, everything is converging in real time. The comet's approach, the visible anomalies, the visions reported by mystics, and the universal attention focused on October 29, 2025 create a perfect storm of significance. It is as if the universe itself is pointing, saying, "Pay attention, the moment is here, the message is arriving." This brings us back to the Hopi prophecy. The purification it describes is not merely external. It is internal, spiritual, and collective. The blue star Kachina is not a harbinger of fear, but a catalyst for awakening. Humanity is being invited to expand awareness, to recognize the interconnection of all things, and to prepare for a transformation that is as much about consciousness as it is about the physical world. October the 29th of May mark the beginning of this process, a day when ordinary perceptions give way to extraordinary understanding, when the cosmos speaks directly, and when humanity is offered a glimpse of truths long hidden. We are witnessing a story that spans millennia, a narrative that begins with ancient prophecy, travels through the reaches of interstellar space, and arrives now at the threshold of human understanding. The comet, the blue star Kachina, and the energies surrounding this date are all signals, each reinforcing the others, creating a cosmic symphony that is impossible to ignore. Those who recognize it may find themselves transformed, guided, and awakened. Those who do not may feel the disturbance but fail to see its meaning. And yet, there is hope, even in the uncertainty. The Hopi prophecy reminds us that purification leads to renewal. The comet, mysterious and otherworldly as it may be, is ultimately a gift, a message that humanity is not alone, that the universe is alive, conscious, and invested in the destiny of our species. The presence of a potential extraterrestrial intelligence, whether physical or symbolic, reinforces the idea that this is a pivotal moment, a threshold that, once crossed, could redefine our understanding of reality, spirituality, and our connection to the cosmos. So, what should humanity do as October 29th approaches? Observe, reflect, and prepare, not necessarily in material terms, but in consciousness. Open the mind to possibilities that exceed current understanding. Pay attention to signs, visions, dreams, and synchronicities. Understand that the arrival of the blue star Kachina, the Comet 3I Atlas, and the potential visitation is less about spectacle and more about awakening. This is the moment to recognize the unseen, honor the cosmic messages, and prepare for a transformation that may challenge every assumption about the world and our place within it. In conclusion, we stand on the brink of an event that could alter the course of humanity. The Hopi prophecy, the Comet 3I Atlas, and the energies surrounding October 29, 2025, converge into a singular moment of cosmic significance. It is a moment of awakening, of recognition, and of profound mystery. The blue star Kachina approaches not to terrify, but to illuminate, to purify, and to guide. Humanity is being called to recognize the signs, to expand awareness, and to prepare for a transformation that transcends time, space, and the ordinary boundaries of perception. October the 29th may be the night when the veil thins, when the comet lights up the sky, and when the final cipher of human destiny begins to unfold. The Hopi prophecy, combined with modern observations and mystical insight, tells a story of awakening, revelation, and preparation. It is a story that asks humanity to look up, to see beyond the ordinary, and to recognize that we are part of a larger cosmic narrative, one in which we are both observers and participants. The world will never be the same once this moment arrives. 3I Atlas is more than a comet. It is a messenger, a harbinger, a guide. The blue star Kachina is not merely a symbol. It is an active force, shaping the path of humanity toward recognition, awakening, and purification. October 29, 2025, may mark the moment when prophecy, science, and the cosmos intersect, when hidden truths are revealed, and when humanity is offered the opportunity to step into a new understanding of reality. And so, as we look to the skies and wait for the arrival of 3I Atlas, we must ask ourselves, are we ready to see? Are we prepared to recognize the message hidden in the stars? The Hopi prophecy warns, guides, and inspires, but ultimately, the choice is ours. The blue star Kachina is coming. The great purification approaches, and the final cipher, the awakening of humanity, begins now. The stars have aligned, the prophecy is unfolding, and the universe is reaching out. Will humanity recognize the signs, awaken to the truth, and embrace the message carried by the blue star Kachina? Or will we ignore the warnings and miss the opportunity for transformation? The choice is ours, and the moment is now. The comet approaches, the prophecy unfolds, and the final cipher of human awakening begins. For those who are ready, this is a call to witness, to prepare, and to expand awareness. For those who are not, it is a challenge, a test, and a reminder that the universe is far larger, more mysterious, and more intelligent than we have yet understood. The blue star Kachina is coming, and with it, the great purification approaches. Humanity is being invited to awaken, to see, to understand, and to evolve. The night of October 29, 2025, may mark the beginning of a new era, a time when prophecy, science, and consciousness converge to reveal truths that have long been hidden. So, look to the skies. Pay attention to the signs. Open your mind to the extraordinary. the Hopi prophecy, the Comet 3I Atlas, and the energies surrounding October 29th form a singular moment in history. It is a moment that demands awareness, reflection, and readiness. The blue star Kachena approaches not as a harbinger of fear, but as a guide of awakening. The universe speaks. Will we listen?